Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Miami Dolphins. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here we go. Timberland.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Jones on 3rd down. That one deep for Hodgins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defender's minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Watch out for Hill on the return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. A-Chain on 1st and 10. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon A-Chain, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Holmes returning from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Running right, here's Achane. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Right back to Achane on second down. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take it in for the Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a two-time Pro Bowler coming off a big year, Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You talk about this Miami defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Giants.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against the defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Now it's Achane headed right. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Holmes returning from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now Jones, off play action. That one deep for Hodgins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's Hill on the return. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with it.
And now off to the races down the right side. Inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Sanders on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Barkley inside handoff. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stack him behind the line. Here's Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. Throws right side, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Go River! Go River!
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. You're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get 1st half scores just like this one.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Giants.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Isaiah Hodgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Giants 7. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Tua. And that is incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Center's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. Now Tua going to change the play. A run with Mostert up the middle. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
A gain of 8 brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Giants 7.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
238 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2. Come on, 2.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Come on, 3. Kick.
A give left side. Here's A-Chain. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They go back to the ground game with A-Chain. And is able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Tua's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Second and a couple.
32 Stinger.
H.A. now up the middle.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Now a toss right side, H.A.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Turbo 1 high. Turbo 1 high.
Now Tua's going to change things up.
In motion, Hill. Oh, and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Okay, here we go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
And some room to work. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Get set.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Escaping the pressure right. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tua Tagovailoa with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I
think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Jones throwing on first down. Flush to his right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play.
Giants 7.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. His throw incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Throwing Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp.
Touchdown, Giants! Darren Waller, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
It's safe. Go ahead.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. But not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do is they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to get them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. A-chain here. They stay on the ground. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, Jackson. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A gain of 12.
Now Jones.
And that one complete to Hodgins.
Touchdown!
Isaiah Hodgins.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Gano for the extra point. And this is off the left upright, but he banks it through. How about that one?
Giants 20. Graham Gano to kick
Gano
off
now
40.
following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
All right, come on.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the questions are going to continue to mount for this club, no doubt. This will almost certainly be another losing effort. And the questions will become, where do they go from here?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
13 yards. And the Dolphins first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Cadence, lock in the cadence.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On second down, here's Barkley. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
He's going to get that to his running back. The ball comes out, and it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So from the 17, here's second and 7.
Hey, turbo one, turbo one.
Again, it's A-Chain.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the